Hello Scooby Gang, how are we today? In this video I am going to be channeling a healing for clearing past life trauma. So how does this show up in your world right now? In my experience as a healer, and even through my own past life trauma experiences, I find that anything that's kind of like a repeating pattern in your life that's been there since you're quite young, whether it's in terms of how you see yourself, how you relate to other people's, your relationships, maybe unconscious fears, phobias, things like that, sort of just some sort of repeating pattern. I find that, for me at least, is like a red flag that, okay, this issue has its origins in a past life, because generally you've actually sort of almost come in with that issue already, and that's why it's then manifesting and perpetuating. So for me, it shows up with all my health issues are in a particular part of the body. One of the big questions I do get asked a lot is like, why does it happen? How is it that it sort of runs through different lifetimes? Basically, what happens when you die in a state of anger, unforgiveness, really holding on to a strong negative emotion of some kind, that energy can quite easily kind of carry on through into other lifetimes. And what it does, it seems to create like a weak point in your auric field, so that then in the new lifetime, that's kind of where things can start to kind of get in. And so if you, for example, like you notice like all your health issues, like on your knee, for example, chances are there's something happened to you in a past life that you ended up like with a severe knee injury that potentially caused you to die at the time. But because you died in such a state of like anger and you took it so personally, you've actually brought in kind of like an auric field weakness at that point. And so then in this lifetime, of course, it's a much easier place for things to kind of get into and just start niggling away at your knee. Same thing with relationship patterns and any other sort of repeating thing you might think of, basically. So that's basically how it works. Is if you die in a state of severe distress, of hate, pretty much hate towards the perpetrator, that seems to be the big issue. And all it is because we as individuals, we take things so personally, which I get it, and we seem to forget that there is actually a much bigger picture at play here. We are souls here having lessons. And so in these healings, I find what's really effective is if I can tap into your past life and have a chat to that other version of you and just explain to them that it wasn't personal. They came here to experience that at a soul level, as horrible as it was, but if they can learn to see it from that bigger picture perspective, it's amazing how that version of you can just let go like that. It goes back into the light and bam, in this lifetime, you're all good. It's quite phenomenal. I've had some amazing experiences with my one-on-one clients. It's like, I love it when it happens, but I find that the biggest thing is the body has to feel safe enough for me to see it. The body also has to feel ready to let it go. So that's my hope, that anyone, if this kind of theme resonates with you about having repeating patterns, or you believe in reincarnation, you believe in past life trauma, because that's each their own as well. I hope this healing helps create a positive shift for you in helping release and stop some of these repeating patterns that finally allow you to move on in some way, or to finally sort of heal some part of your body, whatever the issue may be. All right, so enough of my waffling. Let us get into this. So allowing yourself just to take a moment to drop into the space, set your intention to be open to receive as well. Allow yourself to take a couple of deep breaths, just feeling your breath moving down into your body, down into your stomach. And just noticing the rise and fall of your chest and the rise and fall of your body as you breathe in and out. As we open a portal of light above you, and we welcome in our beautiful galactic and angelic brothers and sisters, your ancestors who are well, willing, and able to be with you today. We welcome in the highest and most benevolent beings, your spirit guides, guardian angels, and anyone else you wish to call upon who's special for you. Asha, Asha, Asha. Let's create a safe healing space around you here today. We activate every cell in your body to hold a higher frequency of light, and we invite your body to respond and hold this high frequency of light. Give yourself permission to receive, and give yourself permission to be open to let go of all that is ready to be let go. Throughout all areas of time and space, we call upon all versions of you who may have experienced a trauma that resulted in death at the time, in that lifetime. We call upon this version of you to step forward now, to receive healing that you deserve, that is long overdue. And through all areas of time and space, we reach out to the many versions of you stepping forward. We call upon the guardian angels of your time. We call upon your benevolent guardians and spirits of your time. And we send you much love and compassion. As we wish to express how sorry we are that these horrible things happened to you. And we are sorry that you forgot that you're connected to the divine once and always, never disconnected. And we ask you now to remember that at a soul level, you are come to this realm, this timeline, to experience some lessons. And you played your part perfectly. And we are very proud of you. And we ask you now to honor and see the beauty in your role. You played your part perfectly. And the divine source creator of all things is very proud of you. No matter whether you were the victim or the perpetrator in that lifetime, it is all part of the divine plan, and at a soul level, you played it well. And your guides are rejoicing this fact that you played your part so well. And there is nothing to forgive. Ora malakalera namatite atotura tiuruturi tikatakero tututututus. Aranamatite aranamasite turanamasite namatise teredekere. Aranamasite namasite teredekere. Ora namalera shetere dekaranamasite. Amotona namaranadekere. Aranamatutona namatite takaranama. Aranapatishe takaranamati. Eranamatite ranakere namatere. Aranamatutora namatere. Paranamatatara namatere namatere. And we ask you now to send love to yourself and send love to the other party that was involved, understanding that it was a much bigger contract, a soul contract that was playing out. It was not personal. It was not a reflection on you or your deeds. It was not a reflection on God's opinion of you. It was not a reflection that God had abandoned you in any way whatsoever. And allow yourself to send love to yourself in that moment, in all of those lifetimes. There is nothing that needs to be forgiven. It was all perfectly imperfect. And allow yourself to forgive yourself for whatever actions that you took, whatever actions you didn't take. It was your soul's purpose in that lifetime to experience or do these things, and you did it very, very well. And now you can let go. You do not have to be stuck there repeating that same time loop. You don't have to be stuck there repeating that same trauma. You can let go. You can give yourself permission to let go. You can forgive yourself and send love to yourself and the other party that was involved. And you can both let go. You can both end this repeating cycle. You can both be at peace. You can both return to the light. As we allow your guides and angels and guardians and spirit beings of that time, of that lifetime, whoever it was that we were connected to in that moment, we allow them to guide you back into the light, releasing you from that repeating cycle, releasing you from that timeline. Feeling the heaviness being lifted as it returns to the light, freeing yourself in that moment. Allowing that heaviness to be cleared into the light, returning back to the light, returning to be celebrated for having fulfilled your soul's purpose wonderfully, being celebrated in doing so. We now call upon the guides and angels of this lifetime to replace any of that energy that has now been lifted off you with beautiful gold light, replacing that with light and love, a high frequency healing energy to fill in any of those spaces that may now be present in your body, in your energy body, mental body, physical body, or anywhere else, replacing that with a beautiful golden light. And allowing this gold light now to spread out throughout your body, filling your body from head to toe, fingertips, seeing yourself completely full of gold light now and spreading out that light. And then that light to fill up your entire physical body and spreading out, starting to push through your skin, sending it out into the world all around you. So you become like the Michelin man, big marshmallow man filled with gold light. Big bubble of gold light now surrounding you. Skikara, 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 asha, asha, asha. We invite the guides, angels, and galactic beings to continue this healing for you for the next few days, allowing this healing to integrate with ease and grace. And asking that you be protected from anything that is not here for your higher self, and anything that is not here for your highest good. Protecting you in a golden bubble of light so that you can walk forward with ease and grace, in a lightness of being that you haven't felt in a very long time. And we give thanks to our beautiful guardian angels, elemental spirits, galactic beings, and ancestors who came through for you today. We send them back to their levels, back to their levels, back to their levels, and we thank all the other versions of you that step forward ready to be healed and released. We also allow them to be released back into the light, back into the light, back into the light, once and for all. As we close off this portal of light, and you now return back into your body, back to your level, back to your level, back to your level, back into your body, feeling your breath moving into your stomachs, taking 3 deep breaths, allowing that breath to go down into your belly. And the next breath down to your knees. And the final breath down to your toes. Wriggling your toes and opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, so I hope that helped shift something for you in any way whatsoever. Let me know in the comments below if you noticed any sensations in the time, even if you had random flashbacks and stories playing out. They might be clues to past lives that you've experienced. I find sometimes those memories can just come up at willy-nilly. Now remember, we are like onions too. So, these healings that I've got online here, they serve a purpose in a particular moment, but the guides that come through, they know that these healings will continue for, as long as these videos are available to you. So feel free to keep coming back and watching these, as each layer of the onion is let go, the next iteration of you will come up, and then you can watch them again and again and again and shed more and more layers and just release a lot of that heaviness that we've picked up from many, many lifetimes, because we've all been through quite a lot of adventures over the years. Yes. Oh, before I forget, one of the things that was coming through at the time when I was talking about soul's purpose, I highly recommend the book called, I think it's called Your Soul's Purpose by Robert Schwartz. I'll include the book details below. If you're interested in understanding soul contracts and things like that, it's a great book. It provides some real world examples. I highly recommend that. The other good one to read is more of a parable, so a bit of a story, is Cryon's The Journey Home. I will include those information on those 2 books below as well. Highly, highly recommend. I love Cryon's work as well. All right, my loves, I'll catch you in another video. Bye.